Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So the Pyth token or the Pyth network just went from like 11 cent to as high as like 18 cent in just couple of hours, as you can see here. This massive surge happened because of the news. We'll look at it in just a second. So this is the news that caused this massive surge. So basically US Department of Commerce is collaborating with Pyth Network to put GDP and other economic data on chain. So this is a massive W for the Pyth network. I would say this should have been Chainlink, but again they ended up going with the Pyth. So again this shows that in the Oracle section we have two big tokens that are competing against each other. Of course the Chainlink is the biggest one, but the Pyth seems to be getting a lot more eyes as well. So I think this could be really big one. Again, let's break down this pump and how high it can go, and if you're planning to trade the coin, how should you trade? Anyways, let's get started. Now if we talk about the news itself, this is, I would say, it is a really big news overall. I think this could have an immense impact on the Pyth network in general, because this shows that this could happen with a lot more countries as well. So if Pyth ends up getting if it ends up getting like more countries on board for the GDP and other economic data to bring it on chain, it could be really massive. Again, I think there will be a lot more oracles that will most likely be getting a lot more attention as of now, because of this, I would say, this specific news, because there will most likely be a lot more countries that will be willing to put their data on chain as well. So that could be big for, I would say, overall for all oracle tokens. That does include Chainlink, because the Chainlink is the biggest one as of now. Chainlink is like 6 times bigger than Pyth network in terms of market cap. So as you can see here, as of now, beside that, the Pyth has been doing a lot more developments as well. And if you look here, the SaaS ecosystem is basically is powered by the Pyth's real-time pricing as well, as you can see. So overall, this is really big one, I would say. Now if we try to break it down, and if we see any other thing, I think even we have US Commerce Department coming up, and if you look here, they basically had this statement as well. So this was a massive one, and even the Solana covered it, so that is another massive one as well. As you can see, we have a lot, we have more projects covering this news, so that means that is overall pretty good for the Pyth as well, because this does puts the Pyth token in a lot more eyes as well. So basically I think there will be a lot more traders that will be now interested in the trading the Pyth because of this specific news. And we have Solana coming up. Of course the token is available on the Solana, so that could be another reason. But again, this seems to be, I think the Pyth seems to be the biggest one that will most likely be the biggest competitor against Chainlink. As of now, the Chainlink is like 16 times bigger. So I think we may, if we see a market crash, we see like capital allocation towards Pyth. I think some of the capital from Chainlink could go to the Pyth as well. So that is another possibility. I think that is also good for the Pyth as well. And now they also did partner with Jupiter Land as well. So that is another big, I would say. Jupiter is the biggest one on the one of the biggest one on the Solana. So I think that is another W for the Pyth. But again, this news is just too massive, and I think we have yet to realize its impact on the Pyth price. So if we look at the Pyth price as of now, so before we break down its price, we do need to understand its tokenomics. So the Pyth has a max supply of 10 billion, out of which 5.7 is in the circulation, and the rest has like yearly clips. So basically as of now, the investors have received like 500 million tokens, publishers reward like 1.12, and protocol development like 575. We have community and launch 600, and we have ecosystem growth 2.95 billion. Now if we look at the next unlock, which will happen in May of 2026, the investors will get like 250 million tokens to be exact, and we will have publisher rewards as well. We will also look at, they will also have protocol development as well as community, no, it's not community launch, another like ecosystem growth funds as well. So basically the biggest problem as of now I'm looking at would be the private sale investors. So by 2027 the private sale investors will get like 500 million tokens. So that is a lot of Pyth tokens. So that means the token does have a yearly you can say sell pressure because of these massive unlocks, and after 2027 there won't be any sell pressure. Of course the investors could be holding some other tokens, but again this is the only problem with the Pyth token as of now. Besides that, there is nothing stopping this coin to go like to 5 billion or even like go to 4 billion, something like that. But again, this is the only sell pressure that has been putting a lot of stress on the Pyth tokens price. So even if you look here, whenever the price does go up, it usually see the massive sell pressure, and that is because of these token unlocks. So investors won't be selling all at once, so they must be holding a lot of tokens. So whenever the token does go up, they like sell some other coins. So anyways, I just want to make that clear. Now let's break down its price. Now this is a setup from my previous video. I did say that this was a really strong resistance and the token did reject somewhere around here, so somewhere around 20 cents. But as of now I feel like that there are some buyers who basically bought somewhere around here. They are most likely taking the profit, and if the news like as of now the news is still spreading, so once it reaches like its peak, I think the Pyth could actually go as high as, I think we could be looking at like 26 cents, and if the hype is even more, we could also be looking at like as high as 33 cents. But as of now, I think the token or the Pyth token itself can like retest as low as 16.7 cents. That seems to be the pretty good entry, and we do have like 15.6 or even like 14.5 as well. Or I think the best entry again would be like 12.9, but I don't think that the Pyth could be going as low as 20 cent as of now. If the market does crash, of course we can see this, but as of now I think the best entry for the token would be somewhere around 15.2 or 15 in between 15 and 16 cent. And if you are planning to trade the coin, I think this is most likely the best entry. Anyways, I think the token will most likely go as low as these points, and it will most likely continue to go up because the news I think is just too massive, and I think the Pyth could actually push as high as 2 billion. If it does, we could be looking at like 2x from here. That could be really big one. Even if you look at its market cap, it did actually peak somewhere around 1.8 billion. So 1.8 billion is a possibility. So I think the possibility that we could be like going as high as 33 cents. That is, I think, the best, most likely the best resistance that it has as of now. Or like as high as 27 cents is a possibility as well. So I think again this zone seems to be the real, I would say, sales zone, at least as of now. And if the market does crash, I think the Pyth could be one of the best coins to buy, most likely because of this massive news. And if they have more news in the future, that could be even more better for the Pyth as well. But as of now, I think it can go like as high as 27 cents, and if the traders realize the impact of this news, we could, I think, go like as high as 34 cents. And if it like breaks its all-time high market cap, we could be heading towards 2 billion or even 2.5 billion is a possibility. So that's like a 2.5x or even like 3x from here. So I think there's a pretty good possibility that the Pyth could go as high as 34 cents, and if like the hype continues, we could actually go like as high as 50 cents. That is possibility. Of course it won't do that in one day, it will take some time, but I think that is a possibility.